Hey, what's going on? I'm your guy Dawson.
And I'm Denise.
And I just wanted to talk a little bit about this subject because we're revisiting a topic we did about a year and a half ago or so. My child is gay, pray the gay away. And this is a topic that has been coming up constantly, over the internet as well as on television with news broadcasts, CNN, C-SPAN, Fox as well. So I wanted and the community. So I wanted to approach this topic on ex-gay. Ex-gay.
And we're looking at it now from the adult standpoint because we did pray the gay away with the child gay, but now we're looking at fully grown men that were women that were once gay, lesbian, whatever, and now decide to live the straight married life.
And the thing that I'm asking is an ex-gay person, are they straight? I mean, basically, because you have, there's NARC, Exodus, which are, two aid organizations that, they believe in the conversion therapy, they believe in, the reparative therapy, where they help people repair these emotions, these same-sex emotions. But the people who go there, do they, after they've attended, gone through seminars, do they live heterosexual lives?
Well,
both
if you
men and females?
could turn on into a housewife, I guess the gay person can be converted. Because everyone has had a past. Everyone had a past. So people do reform. You have people that were once crackheads and now they aren't anymore.
Well, see,
so I believe it's a choice. I don't know all about that gay, the oil and all that stuff. But if you choose to go ahead and say, I don't want to live that lifestyle anymore, I believe, you can do it.
So
but it'll be up to, please disclose this information to your partner.
See,
that's all I'm saying.
But see, what most people say, and most scientists and doctors and psychiatrists have said, they say that whole mindset right there kind of kills the notion that people who believe they're biologically lesbian or gay, they were born that way, that they can change. And what I stated in the video, pray my child is gay, pray the gay away, is that I think it was Freud or somebody talked about sexuality and talking about it being so fluid that people can go from either one side to another, or that some people just have an inkling to like both or to experiment.
Well,
no two people are the same.
In today's day and time with the internet and everything and people liking this and doing this, I can see being biased is going to be the new norm. That's what I foresee. So it's not really going to be a big deal. People are going to watch this video and think we are dinosaurs talking about, this subject.
I know, exactly.
It's just going to be the norm now.
I mean, you see it everywhere. And even when it comes to, because we've never really dealt with, a lot of stuff within the African American community with how, people feel about homosexuality and lesbianism and bisexuality and transgender.
There's a stigma put on the men because you have women doing it all the time. You have women that, they're with their guy, have a few kids. Next thing you know, they're lesbian. Next thing you know, they're back with the baby daddy. So you have it being done, but with women, it's, less frowned upon. It's like,
as a matter of fact,
the bee was just going through some things.
Exactly. I saw two girls walking down up here on Miami Ave, and they were holding hands, and I was like, wow, even that, because we have a very, Caribbean culture down here in Miami, and some of them don't play that, but then there are a lot of people who are in the Caribbean who come over here because they can be more
what would be the difference
they are.
if we feel we're born straight and then we go gay and then we come back? You know what I mean? So
I think the argument is that people who say, this conversion therapy work, or that you can go back to a heterosexual life, or you can change. Most gay people say they weren't gay in the beginning, or they were just trying out things. So I mean, that's where this conversation kind of take, a turn, because you have these people who are part of ex-gay ministries, Exodus, NARC, and other churches around, and other pastors who say they were once ex-gay, telling people who are gay that it's possible to change. And people who are gay are saying, no, I don't like women. I'm telling you, I don't like women. Or women saying, this is what I feel. I don't like men. There's nothing you can do. But when they come in and they quote scriptures and everything like this and saying God doesn't like it, God
doesn't. Been changed, but
but
yeah, because our issue was when we talked about this, that we were going to talk about this. You were saying, would we take that person in, or would we allow that person to be our partner if you came and said, okay, I used to be gay and now I'm straight, so I mean, that's no different than a person telling you, hell, I used to hold around and now I don't do it anymore. I used to be a dog, but I'm not. So it's your choice. It's your choice. If you feel that your man, if he used to be a dog and had a bunch of women, and now he's ready to settle down and be with you. I used to like a lot of men, and now hey, it's like, it's gonna have to be up to you.
It's gonna have to be up to you.
And we are so for choice on this show. We
I
want you to do whatever your heart feels.
Yeah, I you know, for me, I think people, you know, every case, every person is different. You can't take one specific, you know, person and kind of like globalize their case and tell a group of people that you can change because this person did it. And you know, we have people who've done it within, you know, within the African American community. When we talk about like Donnie McClurkin, how he's very boisterous about how he used to live that life. You know, he used to be gay.
Yeah. And sometimes it's forced upon you.
Yeah. You think so?
Sometimes. If you're sexually assaulted as a young boy,
so you can get turned out.
Yeah. Lost and turned out.
You know what? I agree. There are some people who get turned out because remember that video I told you to see? I showed it to my brother, his friends, and all my friends. Turned out in prison because we did the rape in prison. How in prison, we've talked about it, it's a subculture, and there are people, you know, when they're in prison, both men and women, you know, some of them get turned out by brute force, by rape, by intimidation, and they do that to survive, so they get turned on to that type of thing. I believe that does happen, but then there are people who have not gone to prison, people who weren't molested as children, people who had both mom and dad in the house, and they still are biologically gay and lesbian. Those are the feelings that they have. So for those, that's why I said, with these people with these ex-gay ministries, I mean, you have some people saying, well, you know, I never grew up without a dad, and I was always around my mom, and I saw my mom cook. I was never accepted around guys. And it's like, I know so many guys who grew up in single-parent homes, and they're not gay, so it's like,
they may have a little bit of feminine ways, but
well, I think everybody has feminine and masculine ways, and to a certain extent. I think we all do. That's just something I believe. We all have that. Because like you're very bossy. That's more the masculine.
No, that's the bossy bitch in me. That's just the bossy bitch.
But you know,
really I'm bossy?
Yeah, you
shut the hell up, not it.
She is. And so when we think about, you know, churches and how, you know, we've seen churches that have not, when the whole thing happened with a king bishop in Atlanta, with his church, when the churches could have talked so openly about homosexuality, lesbianism, bisexuality, all that kind of stuff, most churches, and especially churches who were affiliated with him, kind of swept it under the rug. When you had 5 young men, you know, come out and say, this guy did this to me, and it just goes to show how within the African American community, and even how we deal with children here in America, when it comes to sexual assault, we really don't handle it to the
and that's why you have so many people hiding their sexuality, because you can't be open without being looked down upon.
Exactly.
So I can't tell you the truth.
Exactly. And why do you think that is? Because do you think, especially with the African American community, because they've taken the whole down low thing and they kind of like vilify black men. All black men are not on the down low. There are men who are gay, who are bisexual, and then there are straight black men. But you got white men. I mean, somebody hit us up on a YouTube show and they were saying, you know, Dawson, is it true about what they say black men living double lives? I was like, no, that stuff was documented by what's his name? Some Humphreys guy. I think he was a psychologist or anthropologist in the 60s or 70s with a book. You guys researched this, The Tea Room Trade, which talked about this type of behavior among white men. So this is just not a black male thing. I think because black sexuality has been so taboo throughout the century of the United States, to have, you know, how black women were thought of to be very, you know, sexual and hot, and, you know, the black male, oh, you know, he must have, you know, large genitals, all this stuff, the taboos around, you know, black people's sexuality. When you have another part of that, people polarize on that. How can we, you know, be more sensationalistic about that? And that's what I think happened with this whole thing on the down low, because there have been gay, bisexual, and people doing stuff like this throughout the century. This is not just something that happened.
So
exactly.
We're off the road.
Every time I think I got a point, this girl come with a joke. But seriously, so I definitely, you know, we're going to get more into subjects like that on the show, because our viewers definitely
he's ready to come out of the box. He's ready to
talk about serious. I was being very politically correct, and now we're ready to
to give you what you want and what you need.
Exactly.
And raw and uncut.
No pun intended. But definitely, so I definitely think, you know, it's totally up to people if they want to choose. I personally think people are born that way, and that's who you are. I think, you know, that's just who you are. I don't think there's an issue with people who are gay.
If it is who you are, there's no need to change because your church wants you to, or because your mom wants grandkids. So don't do it because of that. Whatever you do in life, do it because we are all queens and kings, and we need to start acting as such.
And like you said, don't change because your mom or the church wants you to. But there are people who are doing that, and you have people in the church who are miserable. Both women coming out of lesbianism and men coming out of that lifestyle, and they're saying, you know, and then there are people who are like, you know what, you mean to tell me everybody else can have sex and they can have orgasm and I can't do anything? You know what, forget that, I'll be Buddhist. You know, so,
and get some booty.
You know, so seriously. So I mean, that has to do with one person's relationship with their creator. I don't think anybody should come in and tell people, you know, how to lead their lives. I think people have their own personal relationship with their creator.
And we only get one.
Yeah, because you got people around here who may be married or who have left marriages because they were lying to themselves. And it's like, why live your life in a lie? Life's too precious and it's too much to do. Live your life.
I'm a baby, Denise.
Please rate, comment, and subscribe, and let us know, y'all. I mean, we take all comments, good comments, you know, educational comments. Please be cool with that. And definitely, just let us know what you guys think about this.
And if you say something like on backspace, delete.
Anyway, until next time, I'm your guy Dawson.
And I'm Denise.
Peace. And we're going to go into part 2 about X-Gays, so stay tuned for that. Hit part 2. Peace. I'm kind of like say this channel, we do this.
Hello! That's how dramatic the second channel is going to be. We have a new channel. We're coming to you live, raw, uncut. We're stepping outside the box. We're doing it real big. We're giving you more of what you did not ask for.
Hey, yeah, this is Dawson and this is Denise. As crazy as ever. And we just want to tell you guys that we do have a new channel, D&D 2 TV Vlog, and we want you guys to rate, comment, and subscribe over there. And also stick with this channel, Dawson and Denise, and we're going to post videos on both, and we got some hot stuff coming up for you 2012. I'm going to show you guys my South Beach workout, how I'm working out and stuff like that. Got a couple things on that.
And I'm going to show y'all how I'm not working out, but hey.
It's good, it's good. So we want to thank you guys for all the love and the support that you guys have given us.
Website coming soon.
Yeah, the website coming in.
Check us out on Twitter.
Yes.
What else?
And
Facebook. We do respond back to every and anything. So holler at your girl and your boy.
Also, Blog Talk Radio, you can talk to us every Thursday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I'm going to put all that information in the description down below. So hit us up, check us out, and thank you for watching. And you can see more crazy things. Peace.